Hey everyone, we're back for another plein air painting session, once again on a beach here in Croatia. Welcome. This week I'm using oils, which has been a fun shift, I have to admit, but definitely not without its challenges. Between the wind, the shifting light, and a bit of sand and bugs getting everywhere, painting outdoors isn't always easy, but honestly, it's still such a rewarding and enjoyable experience. Glad you're here, so let's get started. This is the view that I'm looking at. I like the way that these rocks form along the shoreline here. I think the negative space will follow this line right along the edge of the shore, up across where these pine trees are. You know, being out here again painting on a beach really reminds me of how important good gear is when you're working plein air. I only brought gouache with me on this trip, but ended up grabbing some oils locally. However, not the best quality, super oily and a bit tricky to work with. And my tripod setup here definitely feels like it needs to be a lot sturdier in this kind of an environment, and actually it's not even that windy. And I'm finding after the second session that those little small things really add up when you're focusing on painting. So that's kind of the composition I'm looking at. I like the line off the shoreline leading up to those trees. There's a whole lot of, I guess, warm greens, warm yellow ochres, some raw sienna. I do have a limited palette. I'm just going to show you that real quick. So I've chosen the vertical format. I put out ultramarine blue, although I'll probably use that very seldomly or somewhat seldomly in the shadows. I've got yellow ochre medium, cerulean blue, yellow ochre, pardon me, this is cadmium yellow middle, and a bit of ivory black, which mostly just for mixing, and a warm cad yellow light. And this is a soft mixing zinc white to the right. As I said, I'm working with oils. I'm going to see if this works out better. My sun tanning on the right here, as you can see. But I'm working with oils just to see if they behave better than the gouache paints I used last week. They were just gumming up too quickly and drying in this heat. I'm kind of positioned. Let me show you real quick. I'm positioned between these rocks. The sun's coming in on this side, just above my head, and forming a shadow on to the right here. So it's coming in from this angle down here, although it is kind of high noon light, so it's not ideal, but I don't have to worry about too much about light fading or setting on me like we did last week. So what I'd said initially was I'm working on a mylar sheet again, and I've coated it with a light coat of cerulean blue and yellow ochre, just to give it like a cooler base. Let's see if I can get this negative or the no-10 structure drawn in quickly. I want to see if I can divide this space up so it's not equally represented. I've got the paper towel again. I don't know if you recall from my last few videos, they've become somewhat of a favorite of mine, especially in these types of situations. I use just a limited amount of terps in the beginning just to lay down that flat background color. Now I'm coming in with just pure color. So we have this no-10 structure, the base composition. So we'll have this line here be the darkest dark along this ridge as well. I'll pan up here for you to see. So this part up here will be the darkest darks, and this line, I like this line the way it forms. I'm going to try to see if I can duplicate that down here on my canvas. Now this is just the base coat for the background. Let me cool it down just a little bit for the water. So the sun's really come out here and shown what I was talking about earlier. So the shadow's coming in just down here, and it's forming this nice little crest back here, which I'm going to try to see if I can incorporate on my piece here. I'm kind of half in the shadow, half in the light. I'm going to have to move my tripod slightly back so that I can judge values properly. So, as you can see, I'm already coming in with this squeegee tool. I am more concerned about getting these color values right, more so than shapes. I just like the way the sun is forming over that ridge. I'm going to try to see if I can get this completed in less than half an hour or so. There's an added difficulty here at this beach. I'm getting really attacked by these flies. I haven't had this happen before, but I guess that's the difficulty of working in the field. Let's see where this horizon line is, over here somewhere. And that faraway hill, I'm going to try to put that in now. Again, we're looking at blocks of color, not so much the details, and are focused about shapes more than anything else. I like these individual color cues that are going to indicate light more so than form. There's a bit of warmth coming in as well. As indicated, I don't have problems with the light so much as these flies. There's some crazy hungry flies on this Adriatic coast. I don't know, I've never seen this before, but it's making these marks of mine a bit jittery. This ridge on the left here is entirely in shadow, but there's still warm lights reflecting off the rocks, off the sea. The light's coming in, obviously quite warm, but this stone, this earth is very warm. And that light's coming in and hitting that ridge just slightly over here as well, and up here as well. So that's the part that we talked about earlier that I'd like to get kind of right. I'm putting in very, very thick applications of color. I like impasto, so this is my first attempt at thick impasto in the field. And yeah, I think it's working out okay. I'm going to still work on the sea here, and of course I have to come in with the trees, which are kind of the highlight. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the warmth of those pine trees in. They're kind of the highlight. So I've refreshed my palette, cleaned things up slightly, put a whole batch of new paint on, and let's see how this is going to go. Second session done here in Croatia. This one was a combination of both difficult and from some perspectives easy, of course. I'm using oils, they're much more worker friendly for this type of environment. However, as I said, the way I'm positioned here between these rocks, there's just a swarm of these flies that kept attacking me and biting me and such. Overall, there's a lot of good things. I'm happy with the colors that I've applied here that are in reality much more vibrant than if I took this photo here and worked it back in the studio. Having said that, maybe I went into too much detail here. I mean, you did use a broad squeegee brush for a lot of the marks. A lot of you are familiar with this tool. It's one of them. In fact, let me show you. I've got my paints all over the beach here. So it's the broad squeegee tool that I use. Most of the painting was done this way. Some of the colors are pretty accurate. I'm quite happy with them. Other ones, not so much. I did try to go as thickly as possible. One of the downsides, of course, with that is once you apply a color value, it's got to be spot on. It's difficult to manipulate it. Value up, down, chrome up, down. So overall, I think it's a success, but I'm kind of thinking I may want to go back to my apartment and maybe try to see if I can simplify this whole thing down into just 2 or 3 planes and not have as many strokes. I think the intent is, of course, try to capture light in as little strokes as possible. But as I said last week, this is my second session on this trip, of course, but in many, many years. So there's a lot of factors that come into play when you're working in the field. As I said, these flies, which you can, of course, account for. Other things, of course, the light. You might be with a family member like I am. My kids are swimming in the water currently. There's many different things that can potentially affect how you create out in the field, but you take a lot out of this. I mean, even if a lot of these works aren't, good enough to hang or sell or whatever else, I think having a collection of them from a trip, especially if it's far away, just having a collection of as many of these that you can make as possible will serve a great deal when you're back in your studio to reference from both the design perspective and, of course, from color perspective. So for now, we'll sign off from beautiful Croatian coast. I should have mentioned I am somewhere in some mid-Dalmatia, so near the city of Zadar. I'm no longer down south in Dubrovnik. Water is just as attractive as it is down there, so I may in fact go for a quick swim after this. I'm a bit exhausted and, as I said, bit up by these flies. So I will see you hopefully in the next few days with attempt number 3 at plein air painting here in Croatia with all the heat and bogs and all the other factors. Thank you again. I will see you very soon.